Guys, I'm here to make a pledge. Okay, I'm here to start a petition. I'm here to organize a form, a form for everybody to sign up for and get behind what my proposition is, okay? And I've thought about this deeply. I've thought it over, and I believe that we should increase the price of podcast equipment by 100,000%. And I believe that this is the solution to all of our problems. If we can increase the cost of podcast equipment, right? I'm talking cameras, I'm talking microphones, I'm talking background lamps for these places, podcast studios, right? The cables, the mic arms. These things should be increased exponentially to be so unbelievably unaffordable that no regular human should be able to start one. And I genuinely believe this is our only way forward. It is absolutely fucking insane the amount of podcasts that I see from people that, and I have so much to say about podcasts and why we should literally just destroy half of them. If not just half of them, 99% of them should be nuked. Okay? Because holy shit, the amount of brain damaging things that I hear on podcasts, okay? And the people that are hosting them, the shit that they say is so fucking astounding to me that I am genuinely shocked at why, like, podcast equipment is just too cheap. Okay, it's too cheap because I literally see on YouTube, right? You see it on TikTok clips, these podcasts of these people, and they're talking about the most dumb shit I've ever seen in my life. There's a podcast that literally exists that just glazes LeBron, okay? Now, I'm a frequent listener. We got to keep that one. But there are worse ones than that as well, right? There are really terrible ones. Like, it's unbelievable to me. Like, every single podcast where it's just like three girls, where it's like four girls, right? And a guy, or it's like, those roundtable ones where it's like six OnlyFans girls, one guy. Those are some of the most brain damaging podcasts I've ever heard in my life. I wish that I could get back the minutes, the seconds. Like, I've invoiced these podcast studios for my time. Okay. I've sent invoices to them to try and recuperate my time back somehow from the amount of brain damage that I have incurred from listening to some of these podcasts. Okay. Now I can't listen for that long, right? I tune in, I watch a clip, I'm like, oh, let's see what they're talking about. I watch for 2 minutes, I have to shut it off. It's unbelievable. It's literally, it hurts your ears to listen to. These people talk about the most fucking stupid shit of all time. They'll just be like, oh, my husband should be making $700 trillion a year and he should get me flowers every 3 seconds. And they should also lick the earth right before I step on it, right? So they should just be licking a line of the ground for me to step on. And that's just the bare minimum, you know? So $700 trillion, right? They need to get them these OnlyFans models flowers every 3 seconds. And then also, they need to lick the ground where they walk on. And step four, of course, is that these people, yeah, no, you need to also let me like have sex with like 65,000 other men daily. And they believe that this is like just the minimum. And I don't know what happened with I don't know what Dubai type of timing these girls are on. Or I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but it's absolutely insane. And this is not the only type of ones, right? There's a lot of terrible offenders, right? The ones that are where it's like kids, for some reason there's like 6-year-olds or like 10-year-olds that are starting a podcast and they just set up their little phone and and apparently they record themselves like talking about I don't know what, like gummy bears, like the new Fortnite season, whatever the fuck they're talking about. I've never personally watched one of these videos, but I just see the thumbnails. Okay, on YouTube, sometimes you see those thumbnails of like a kid with a podcast or like a group of kids, like 16, whatever, 5, 10, 15-year-old kids with a podcast. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? What happened? What is going on that every kid feels like everybody in the fucking world, right? From mining company fucking directors to fucking CEOs to fucking random girls on the, that have never done anything with their life, right? To random guys that have never done anything with their life. Everybody has a podcast. The guy that is like collecting change outside of the subway has a podcast episode. Instead of asking for coins these days, some of these people, they'll ask you, hey, can you just give me a like on Spotify? Can you follow my Spotify podcast? It's fucking shocking to me. It's absolutely fucking insane. Like, what happened? Why does everybody need a podcast? Well, the biggest offender of this, or one of the bigger offenders of this, was like the Hawk Tuah girl, right? The Haley Welch. What the fuck could she possibly talk about for an hour, right? She had one video that got a lot of views. Who the fuck is listening to that shit for 1 hour? What possible, what could you possibly be getting out of a podcast like that, right? Some of these comedian podcasts, right, where it's like just funny and nothing else, and sometimes they're not even funny, right? So it's like, it's even worse when they're like the really unfunny ones, because then you'll see like, oh, they have like no views. But it's like, dude, like you're not even funny yet. Like you suck still. Like why should we be listening to you for the comedy podcasts, you know? And I don't, you know, some of them are really good, right? Some comedy podcasts are funny, you know? But it's like 1% of them, less than 1%. Then you have the companies that start doing it. For some reason, there's random like companies that have podcasts. Yeah, there's a mining company that I saw that had a podcast. There was a coffee shop that had a podcast. There was a fucking random like online work, kind of like an Upwork thing that had a podcast. I'm like, what are these people? What is the reason for you to have a podcast? What are people possibly going to learn from listening to a podcast about two people that are in a coffee shop that just like own the coffee shop? What could they possibly be listening? Like, what is the point of talking for 1 hour? What are these people talking about, right? I've never made it through the first 2 minutes of any of these podcasts. And they also don't even get views. So it's like these podcasts are just like, there's no, like the public is telling these podcasters, please, we don't care. Do not keep posting this, right? They're not giving them views, right? These podcasts have like no likes because there's like 5 quadrillion of them. It's like so unbelievably oversaturated that nobody cares about your fucking coffee shop, or like nobody cares about these tiny small businesses. No one's going to listen to an hour of like 2 mechanics talking about their day. I don't want to hear that. I don't care. It's fucking insane to me how these people have podcasts. So we have to either nuke podcast equipment. We have to either like sanction it. You know what I mean? Like make sure that it doesn't get in to the country. And the other option is we raise the prices so astronomically high, right? We do the Martin Shkreli approach, right? We just raise the price so astronomically high that people cannot afford it. That's our only way to combat this. The amount I'm telling you, and here's another thing I urge you to do is be like me. If you watch one of these podcasts, right, and you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? Send them an invoice. Send them an invoice, whatever your hourly rate is, whatever you bill. You know, whatever you're worth, right? $25 an hour, $10 an hour, $13 an hour, whatever it is, send them an invoice for that time because they owe it to you. They just stole 45 minutes of your time. It's not fair. It's not fair. So yeah, I think we should be invoicing them for sure. It's our only option at this stage. That's what I've come to realize.